Welcome into McCready Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal. That's Tyler.
What it is, sir?
How are you?
Good. Busy. Like a busy bee.
Spend the next hour and a half breaking down the NBA trade deadline. Zubac just got traded by the Clippers to the Pacers. I love that trade for Indiana. They're going to get Tyrese Halliburton back next year, and they just added the perfect big to run their system for next year. The Pacers just became a contender next year, and they're bad enough this year to potentially get one of the top 4 or 5 picks in a loaded draft. I love that for them.
I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah, it's really good deal.
I know my lane, and this is not it.
Yeah, I know mine too. Mine is do not discuss the NBA.
No,
although
I enjoy it. I just don't know it.
I have a lot more freedom on this show than I do probably the other shows that we do.
I enjoy it.
I have to be this show is a different audience, and so I can probably be a little. When I say this, I don't mean politically. I mean I can be a little more liberal, not politically.
That's not what I heard. I heard the word liberal. There's blue flag. Look, you got the blue logo on the MPW Digital.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
you know me.
I mean, all the way to the left.
Yes.
You know, you're so far left. I mean,
crazy.
It's like you're OB left. You're 300 yards to unknown left. Like snap hook left.
Yeah, that's me. Super left.
Way out there.
Yeah.
I mean, or are you going to tell everybody? Well, I'm afraid to say it because I was going to get canceled, but I might get the strike, but whatever. Who cares? You know, I did listen to you talk about that demonstration that you were going to put on downtown in the square.
Yeah, that's me.
I figured you were.
Yeah.
Did you tell everybody that you were leading that demonstration? That may get us put up in the algorithm.
I was going to say, we might get pumped up.
Get bumped up talking about that.
No, I do a show every 2 weeks with Josh Hendrickson where the whole time I'm like, hey, we hadn't gotten canceled.
Hey,
made it another 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's good shit.
Oh, God.
No, it's I had a we can say it for the show. I was a little hot yesterday. A little pissed off yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, to the point my wife told me I needed to calm down. She brought it up to me. I wasn't even going to bring it up. And then she brought it up to me, and then I got pissed, and then she told me I needed to calm down.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Be good for the pod. I will start off with it.
All right.
Then we'll before I kick my feet up on the desk and let you go. This podcast is going to be the McCready podcast, brought to you by Rain Total Body Fuel. You ready to go?
Oh yeah, I'm actually because I said things Monday, and people were like, you meant that, and I was like, yeah,
he did.
And I think 3 days later, I mean it times 3.
I'm
ready. I'm ready to go hardcore.
You're 10 toes down.
Absolutely,
I like it.
Yeah,
I like when you're 10 toes down about something.
Yeah, I'm totally. I'm, and a lot of people don't believe me, but I totally and sincerely mean it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's awesome.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Great.
What number is this?
We're in 343, sir.
Welcome into episode 343 of McCready Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal McCready. That is Tyler Siskey here on this Thursday, February the 5th. Good to have you with us as we start to wind down the week. We'll have big day here on MPW Digital. Just had the season 6 finale of The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor.
Did we give out roses?
Presented by LB's Meat Market. We did not. We
Tomahawk steaks.
Competition's been over for a while. Caroline won the competition this year. She went 94-70 against the spread.
That's unbelievable.
She went 2-0 in the championship games 2 weeks ago. So she, I will tell you now, she took the Patriots plus the points against the Seattle Seahawks. She went with.
What did Greg do?
Greg went with the Seahawks.
Okay.
And laid the points.
I need to go by and see Greg. I was actually thinking about Greg last week, and amidst the ice storm that we had, I bet he did not have a single piece of meat left in his store. Probably.
I would think not.
I bet he got.
He
sold all.
He was in Memphis when it hit and couldn't get back for a while. Yeah.
It was very difficult to find protein in the Oxford, Mississippi area for a while.
Yeah.
You had to know secret locations where to go.
Had to know where to go.
Had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Shout out to our good friends at Larson's.
The secret. Man, I went into Larson's the day before the ice storm, and the wait to check out was like an hour.
It was long. I told you I went to. Everybody made fun of me. They made fun of me. Because Kroger was empty, Walmart was empty. So I go to Larson's, and brother, I just went and bought groceries.
Yeah.
And had a whole basket full. And then I went back and did it again because I saw the forecast.
Mr. Adair in the meat department at Larson's, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a stud.
I went back again, and then everyone was making fun of me, including he thought I didn't hear him. Some feller was behind me in the 2-hour line.
Made fun of you?
Indirectly.
Oh.
He said, look at all these people buying all these groceries for this storm. All he had was a case of Diet Miller, shout out. Had a case of Diet Miller and had a loaf of bread. He said, this is all we're going to need. Or he had a package of hot dogs.
Yeah.
This is all we're going to need. The power's not going to go off, and all these folks going to have all these groceries going to get ruined and everything else because, they ain't going to have nowhere to cool them. I'm sitting here going, well, it's, 5 degrees outside. You got nature's refrigerator.
Yeah.
And, I imagine my guy was probably struggling a little bit there for a while.
Could be.
Yeah. We're still eating the groceries that I purchased from back then. We're out of snacks, though. The kids are getting pissed. We're out of snacks, but we got food.
Okay.
So
we're brought to you by Rain Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits, achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more. And you know what? I'll throw them a shout out real quick. In the event that you're in or around Oxford this weekend, you need some groceries for your Super Bowl party. LB's Meat Market, 2008.
How about that?
2008 University Avenue in Oxford, right across from Kroger.
The best meat in Oxford, no diddy.
No diddy. 662-259-2999. You can text that number. Tell Greg what you want, when you want it, and he'll have it ready for you. And if you text your order in, you get 10% off at LB's Meat Market.
He's awesome. Love him. Neal, I'm rocking with the orange dreamsicle today to get my afternoon rocking. I need a little juice. So I'm rocking with the orange dreamsicle today. And Neal,
yep,
you already know that the Kia of Meridian chat is already here. And then I'm sure Trav's listening. And Trav, we're going to get the picture put up after the show. I'll get it to Neal. I forgot to get it to him for the show. Trav sent me a great picture. Got 2 of them we can pick from. Be great, be funny for the show. But Neal, tax time is here, as we all know. And what you gonna do with that refund? It's begging to be a down payment. Right now at Kia of Meridian, you can turn that tax money into a brand new whip. That's right, you can get $3,000 off the 2025 Kia Sorrentos, perfect for the family, the grind, and everything in between. Or you can drive big with a 0% APR on the 2025 Telluride. Yeah, that's right, 0%. And if you like watching your monthly payment, check this out. You can get the brand new 2025 Kia K4 starting as low as $349 a month. It's your refund, your ride, and your move. Don't sit on the tax money. Drive it home in a Kia of Meridian today. And Neal, as we already know, you're going to take that tax refund. You're going to go down and see my good friend Trav and all the folks at Kia of Meridian. You're going to say, Trav, take my tax refund. But Trav, I'm going to give you this tax refund, and I want you to just do something for me, Trav. I want you to pull it on out and spin the wheel and win awesome prizes like a PS5, an Xbox, a TV, and more. So check them out at Kia of Meridian. We're also brought to you by the official RV dealer McCready Siskey. Who is that, you may ask? It's County Line Campers. They're located in the metropolis of Gulfport, Mississippi, right off I-10, exit 38. And let me tell you something. All right, it's Mardi Gras time. So what are you doing Mardi Gras? You got beads, you got king cake, and guess what? You can get you a brand new RV. What do they all have in common? Absolutely nothing until now. County Line Campers is throwing their annual RV Gross sales event now through Fat Tuesday. When you buy any new RV from County Line Campers, they're throwing in a free Yeti cooler. Neal, we're doing it again.
How about that?
Hey, it's Mardi Gras. You go to County Line Campers, you go get a new RV, and what's Rob going to do? Robin Miss Desk will say, hey, take this brand spanking new Yeti cooler to ice down all your Coors Banquet and your Diet Millers in. That's right now. So whether you're tailgating, camping, beaching, hunting, fishing, or trying to keep your drinks cold from one kid's baseball game to the next, you're covered. So check out all the deals at CountyLineCampers.com. And don't forget to follow on all the social medias. County Line Campers, open 7 days a week, 365. How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Let's go. Let's go.
So you said something happened, had you all worked up yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I had to decompress from my live reads.
I understand.
All right. So I do want to say this. We'll go from being the top of the algorithm to the bottom right here.
Oh, gosh.
Got really pissed off about the video. The First Amendment rights, First Amendment, what they call them, auditor people is what they call the people. Have you seen this video?
No.
All right. You can go on, I would say you can go on Twitter, but you go on YouTube. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
A group came into Oxford. Okay. And these are the people that like walk on the sidewalk, film things, and make people uncomfortable, forcing them to basically call the police. They're trying to get the police to come respond to them. And then they start asking all the questions and trying to make them look like idiots on social media. Right. And,
okay.
And so they're called First Amendment auditors. There's videos all over social media and YouTube of people who do this for content for a living.
Okay.
So a group comes to Oxford after New Year's, before the storm.
Okay.
And so two guys are filming. Okay. They're in baseball caps and sunglasses, and they're filming inside of one of the banks down. I can't remember the name of the bank, so forgive me, but one of the banks on the square, like across the street, right next to the Velvet Ditch, right across the street from Moe's Barbecue, right there. So they're filming in the glass windows. Okay, so the lady comes out and she says, "Can I help you?" And they said, "Do you believe in the First Amendment and all this stuff?" And she's kind of like, "Yeah," and she's trying to figure out what's going on. And the guy asked her. Now, remind you, they're in hats and sunglasses and filming. He follows up the questions with, "Do you have a vault in this bank?" Then followed by, "What's your Wi-Fi password?" And then they leave. She's not going to answer it, and they leave. Well, what if you're working at the bank and somebody's filming your bank from the outside windows, and then they ask you if you have a vault inside and what is your Wi-Fi password? Yes, you should call the police and say, "Hey, look, there are people filming our bank, asking about the vault and what our Wi-Fi password is." Okay. So then, of course, the police come or whatever, and they start their deal, and they try to make it about something it's not and all that stuff. And then they almost act, it's rage baiting, and they're trying to act like they're offended because this is my First Amendment right. And I'm offended that you would even come and question me about this. And I'm like, guys, like, there needs to be, like, this is why I will never be a politician. So I know we got some people up in D.C. with the actual president that watch our show and stuff. So this is probably why I'll never be a great politician or never would consider it. Like, I would literally, if I was the mayor of Oxford, I would institute a dumbass law. I said this on your deal. I would institute a dumbass law.
Okay.
Okay. When you do dumb shit, okay, like film, I understand that it is your freedom of speech and all that stuff, but we're being dumbasses, and we're hiding behind the constitutions, and allows us to see how dumb we can get so we can sell the content. All right. And what the dumbass law would be this: if you go and film, and we're having to call the police because you're basically insinuating that you're casing the bank for a robbery, okay? And we have to spend state and tax resources to come out and interrogate you and ask you questions. Every second that's lost of taxpayer money, and every second that was wasted by the bank employees on their job, that's your fine. You're going to get fined that in our city for wasting resources. Because everybody's like, "Oh, it's not a big deal. Good for them." And da-da-da. Well, here's what they don't understand, Neal. It really bothers me. Let's say, what's the lady not supposed to do? She's not supposed to call the police? Well, let me ask you this, Neal. What if she doesn't call the police, and then 2 days later a group robs the bank, and she goes, "Hey," and then in that robbery, God forbid, somebody gets killed, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I saw those two people. They were out there filming the bank 3 days ago." Well, she's going to get charged probably with some kind of manslaughter, lose her job, and all this deal,
or have to live with it,
for the rest of her life, right?
Yeah, right, sure.
And then, like, what if what if it gets called in and the police go, oh, it's just a First Amendment auditor right there. We're not going to do that. And what if somebody actually does go rob the bank and it comes out that the police could have interrogated them 2 days beforehand? How's that going to look on the police department? It's going to look like they're incompetent in their job, right?
Correct.
And it's going to be so it's a no-win situation. So what pisses me off about these guys is they put people in no-win situations. They didn't go to jail or anything like that, but they act like I can't believe you're interrogating me. I can't believe you're questioning me. And then they start. It's a in my opinion, it's a fuck around and find out. If your ass is stupid enough to do something like that, you deserve to get whatever you get. I don't care if you're trying to hide behind an amendment or whatever it is. Like that's ridiculous. And it's the same people. They'll go to it's the same people that do this Area 51 thing, right? Where you're not allowed to go in Area 51.
Oh yeah.
But they'll go up to the freaking gate and film, and they'll wonder why they make them leave. Okay, like this is my right to be here. It's so silly. And I know. And look, I get it, man. I know schools and everybody else, they have to go through all these policies and procedures, and this is allowed and all this stuff. But there's just some places you're not allowed to go. It just is what it is. And I just they'll go with the same group will go into a freaking police station and start making an argument with the police officers and wonder why it ends bad. Like, I don't understand the mindset behind, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
because Josh talks about this all the time. These are people and when I say this, I don't mean like literally. I guess I kind of do. But they've never really been in a fight in their lives, right?
Probably true.
Where you and I aren't going to have a fight with one another. Why? Because, well, someone's going to get hurt. Chance we both get hurt. And there's always a chance that it's you that gets hurt. You know? You get out of your car in some road rage deal, and you bow up, you don't know whether he's armed.
Yeah, it's just
there's a world where that you and so most people that have ever been in a fight do what it takes to avoid a fight. And I think sometimes some of these people don't really understand that this danger is real. That these cops are there, that like some of the protest people, these cops are there doing a job. These are people that get up every day understanding that they're walking into danger. These are people that they're strung a little tighter, the same way you would be if you got up every single day. And today could be I mean, usually, when I get up and go into the sports writing world, I don't ever really think, hey, today could be the day. I mean,
right. And then the other
thing.
And
so that's kind of the part of it that
they don't know what they're walking up on either, right? And
right.
To your point, it's almost like in football. Okay, in football, there's usually a cooling off period for a coach, whatever time it is after the game before they do media, right? For the same reason as like they're wired differently. They don't know what they're walking up on. They get a call. They don't know if they're walking up on somebody actually casing the bank or what they're walking up on. And it's just, I don't know. It's just, it's a whole thing going on right now. And, and here's where like I think about the big picture. I'm generally a big picture guy. What if they're there and there was there ended up being 4 different police officers show up during that time? What if something actually real happened somewhere and they're over here wasting their time freaking dealing with these jackasses and it slows down their response time somewhere else?
Sure.
There's a lot of things. It's just, I wish that we could in the world, in this city first, we'll start with the city, then you go state, and then you go country. Okay. A dumbass law. Like when you do stupid shit like that, they should freaking make an example out of somebody and just find the shit out of them. Like they're gonna go like, hey, this officer, we wasted gas money. I'm talking about mileage. I'm talking about I'd tack every penny I could find and put it on a fine and just, okay, so you made $35,000 on your YouTube video today on this. Well, guess what? You owe us $50,000. Go make another one. That's what they should do. They should then turn around and sue them for every dollar that they make off that video. Automatically comes back to the Oxford Police Department. That's what they should do.
Okay.
That's what, and we're gonna call it the dumbass law.
The dumbass law.
Yeah. All right. Get to sports now. That's my fault.
All right.
I'm a little pissed about it still.
Ja Morant not getting traded at the deadline.
Shocker. All right, Neal. We have this thing called the Super Bowl that is occurring on Sunday.
Yeah.
As you asked me before, which one is this? Is this LV, IV, whatever? I have no idea. Which one is it?
Super Bowl.
What number are we on today? or this year?
Hold on, I'll tell you. It's Super Bowl LX.
Super Bowl LX. That would be 60. Is that correct?
I think that's right. Yes.
How about that? Roman numerals. It stuck with me. Shout out. Shout out to my third grade math teacher.
Super Bowl LX.
Yep. Miss Lloyd, appreciate you. Or excuse me, that'd be Miss Phillips.
So next year will be LXI.
That is correct.
And then LXII, and then LXIII, and then LXIV, and then LXV.
That is correct. How about that? All right, so we got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New England Patriots. The Seattle Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites. The total is 45.5. Very a shocker at the end of the NFL season. I think they got this line right. Shocker. I think when you look at just the matchups and everything like that, New England is a kind of a team that regardless of they play, I would really wanted to see the Houston New England game played like inside without the elements. I think that game affected it. New England, as good as Drake May's been all year, they have been affected by good defensive play, and and Seattle's good. Seattle's as good as it gets. I mean, they're a real deal on defense, and then offensively they have explosive weapons. And Sam Darnold's been very good all year long. Defensively, the Patriots have kind of they've been really good. They've been stopping people. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. If you told me, I think the line's about right because I see it like I think Seattle is the better team. I don't know but 4.5 may be a little too much. I think this is a true one-possession game.
Okay.
A true one-possession game at the end of the game. I don't see it, I think it's easier for me to see Seattle extending it out if it did get extended out than New England extending it out. But I do think with everything that's on the line here, you got two basically quarterbacks that don't have Super Bowl experience at this level, but Drake May has been playing out of his mind the whole year. He's had an MVP type season.
Yeah, had a great year.
And they just don't have the weapons that Seattle has. I like New England in the points here. I think this is a 21-17 kind of game. Either way, I think this game goes under. So I'm probably going to play both. I'm going to probably take the Patriots plus 4.5 and the under is probably where I end up going. I think this is going to be a lower scoring game. And the whole trick here to slow down Seattle is you got to find a way to keep JSN, Smith and Jigman. You got to keep him under control, and you have to stop the run. Kenneth Walker and these guys can freaking tote it now. If they can control the run and have a plan to find somebody to slow them down, because the problem is people try to stop the run and they can't bracket or they can't get two guys or get a zone on JSN. Mm-hmm. They go man coverage, load the box, and JSN tears them up. So it's kind of one of both. So they got to be able to eliminate the big play and control the run. So that's where it's going to be. But I think if anybody can do it, the Patriots can do it. So I'm going to take them. I'm going to take the Patriots plus 4.5 and the unders. What's going to be my official play for the Super Bowl 60.
I think that's the route I'm going to. I told you Caroline won our competition. 24 games over 500. She said Patriots. Now she has no clue. But
but she's like,
it is what it is.
20-something games in the green.
24 games into the green.
So, whatever works. She liked the uniforms. What was her reasoning today?
I don't know. I never really asked.
Okay, you
just sometimes she has reasoning, sometimes she doesn't. With the NFL, she has no clue. But she's just
going with it.
Went Patriots.
Like it.
In the playoffs, I think she's several games over 500. So
let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of times it's who has the better dance team. If it's colleges, two colleges getting together, it's whichever team has the best dance team.
I like that. That's a good theory. I mean, why not?
Why not?
It could be the most athletic people that go to that university. It could be something in the water at that university.
Possibly.
It could create more athletes,
right.
More fluid movement.
Commitment to winning.
Yeah. I mean, there's
something like that.
Culture.
Yeah.
University culture.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. To clear the, I'm going to clear the deck for you here. Go ahead and clear the deck for you. Talk a couple. I knew you would like that. Give you a little, which we'll probably be doing this. It's the off season, and to my knowledge, I think the Birmingham Stallions staff is the only team that does a podcast.
It's true.
I think, to my knowledge, I think that is accurate. Is that? Does that feel accurate?
If there is another podcast that is dedicated to an UFL team, I'm unaware.
Okay.
And maybe there is, but I probably doesn't have the reach of us at MPW Digital. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, but I wanted to make sure everybody knew that tomorrow, that'll be 2/6 tomorrow. Let me pull this bad boy up.
Friday, February the 6th.
11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
in Birmingham, Alabama. Will Coach McCarron be there?
He will.
Oh, yes.
We will have Coach McCarron. We will have a young man named Mason Brooks.
Oh, former MPW Digital host of the Mason Brooks Show.
That is. So we're just going MPW heavy tomorrow.
How about that?
I won't be there.
It's a shame I'm not there. No one invited me.
Yeah, I didn't get invited either.
I'll be in the air during this time tomorrow.
I couldn't go anyway, but I wasn't invited, so I didn't take any skin on mine. JoJo Tillery, one of our defensive backs, will be there. Really good player.
Okay.
And then Michael Ayers, one of our quarterbacks, will be there.
Okay, cool.
So local
will
from
the mascot?
Sanford.
Do y'all have a mascot?
I'm sure we do.
Okay.
Giddy up. Yeah, I don't know his name, and I apologize. I will learn it. I'll learn it quickly. I'm learning. I'm just trying to put a team together. I got learning the mascot's official name and hanging out with the mascot is. I will get to it. I promise you. I've just been busy with.
When's the first home game?
First home game is the 4th game of the season. It's April. I'll put the schedule.
Okay.
It's, the first game is March 27th, live on Fox, 7 p.m.
I need to pull up the schedule here.
Let's see. And while you're doing that, so we got that tomorrow. Lunch with the Stallions. It's going to be at Crafts on 280. Free lunch for the first 50 fans. How about that?
How about that?
All right.
Can't beat that.
You're going to get appearance from AJ McCarron, JoJo Tillery, Michael Ayers, and Mason Brooks, plus a live radio show from WJOX and 3-Man Front.
There you go.
So full
Saturday,
moon barbecue
April the
Southside.
18th is the first home game of the. God, I hate this team that y'all are playing.
Oh my
God, I hate the Orlando Storm. I've hated them all of my life.
It's their first season, and you already hate them.
Oh my God, I've hated them forever. 3:00 Central, 4 Eastern. The game's on Fox, but at Protective Stadium, Saturday, April the 18th.
Okay.
And then you're home again on Friday the 24th. I won't be there for that one. I'll be out of town. Friday the 24th against, God, I hate these people. The DC Defenders.
That will be a big one. They were the defending champs.
Well, they cheated.
You know who their starting quarterback is?
Some bum.
Nope. Try again. You know him.
Jordan Tamu?
Jordan Tamu. You just called him a bum.
Jordan, I apologize. You're a good dude.
He's such a good dude.
Such a nice guy.
I was about to say.
You know what? Jordan is in my list of examples for why I'm feeling the way I feel about something.
Okay. All right.
Yep,
I know where you're going.
Yeah,
we'll get to
I'm
it.
totally serious.
But Jordan's starting.
What a nice guy.
Yeah. He's a good one.
So he was there last year as the championship quarterback?
Yeah. He's played with them for a couple of years now. Real quick, so that's we got the lunch tomorrow, and then Saturday is the fan rally. Okay, so from 1:00 to 4:00 at Protective Stadium. Okay, so from 1 to 4 at Protective Stadium. AJ will be there for the big fan rally. Be awesome for as much turnout as we can get there. Saturday between 1 and 4 at Protective Stadium. So all you folks there, AJ will be there, be meet and greet, signing autographs, all that stuff, and the players will be there as well. And then Neal put in is that the schedule you put in there?
I did.
Neal put in a schedule. Can you put in that link for the season tickets I had sent you the other day?
Yeah.
It's on the text message thread.
I got to find it. Yes.
And then Neal is going to put in the link for the season tickets. If you want to support the Stallions, we'd love for your support to do that. That'd be awesome. Season tickets starting as low as $67 for the whole year. Okay, that would be awesome if you guys want to support the stadium, support the Stallions, support the guys. That helps more than you actually know. Neal just put it in the chat. You can go to theufl.com/Birmingham-Stallions to get those season tickets. It'll be awesome. And single game tickets are also on sale. If you can go there through the website, it'd be awesome.
Counting down the days, though, till March 27th at Louisville Lynn Family Stadium. The Louisville Kings, the audacity of a team to go, we're the Kings.
Chris Redmond, the head coach.
Won't be the Kings by the end of that night.
Oh, they're good. They're good. That's weird. It's like it's
you get to say, oh, they're good. I get to say they're trash.
Yeah, but it's not even like it's a weird
I hate
deal.
The Louisville Kings.
Like I genuinely it's gonna be weird because you're all in the same building, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I'm not.
we're gonna go compete and go win, and win's fun. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
It's like
We're gonna beat their ass. We're gonna humiliate them.
it's hard to have a competitive disdain for somebody right now because I'm just so focused on getting our roster together. We'll figure all that out between now and March 27th. So that's like we gotta clean up our own house first.
I hate the whole city of Louisville. I mean, I'm sick of the place.
Louisville's great. I love Louisville. Love Birmingham more though. I do.
It's a trash organization.
It is not.
The Louisville Kings.
It is not. Do not listen to this guy. I do want to say something though. So yesterday, officially yesterday, we got.
That's what I learned today. If you disagree with someone, bad person.
Yeah, bad person.
Bad people.
Neal's a bad person for saying that. He's an awful person just for saying that. We added John Ross, former first round pick, 9th overall pick in the draft, wide receiver, former Bengal, former Giant.
Good guy.
Great dude. Can freaking roll. 4.22, second fastest 40 ever in the history of the National Football League. So added him to the roster yesterday. I want to say this because I know some of our clips get posted on social media and they come back to us, posted by some UFL fans.
Yeah.
So make sure the amount of, I don't even know the right word to say this because I'm not trying to be rude. Of knowledge of what's going on and the criticism that people are getting. Like, why would they release that guy? And since AJ said it on another podcast today, I guess I can say it. He said it on Coach JB's show today. Shout out Coach JB. One of our offensive linemen that we drafted.
Yeah.
Baller. Good dude. Steven Gonzo. Good player.
Great guy.
Hell of a player.
Hell of a guy.
He is actually a good player.
Yeah.
Penn State legend.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an opportunity to get back into coaching, an opportunity that will change his life financially for a long time.
Okay.
So he has decided to not play like recently in the last and go pursue that opportunity.
Right.
I'm for him.
Sure.
I mean, because that's what this is.
That's what we are at the Stallions.
That's what we're doing here.
We care about people as more than just players.
You're trying to get them. Look, I told the guys the other day in the Zoom meeting, I said, guys, I don't want to see any of you here next year. And I don't mean that ugly. I want you to go do your thing and go, you're trying to develop and make them do their thing. And when somebody gets an opportunity.
You're like a mama bird at this point.
That's what that's what the whole league is.
You want your little birds to go fly.
That's what the whole point of the league is, right?
Like that eagle in the commercial with the horse.
And I think with the new ownership with Mike Rapoli and all those guys coming in here and what they're trying to do here with Russ Brandon and all the guys at the league, they're wanting to make this a G League. Okay, so get the guys and all the guys. I think every single one, I'd have to go back and look, maybe 2. I think we got 2 guys out of 31 on offense that have not played in the NFL. Okay, so one of them has been in the CFL, and the other 2 have been in the CFL. So the point is to get them back to NFL, right? That's the whole point. I know you're waiting for your baby bird joke. I can see your mouth over starting to smile. All right, but that's the point, right?
I've got something for you for a motivational speech.
No, I don't do motivational speeches. Mine are in the moment, as you know. But the whole point of the drill is that then on social media, it's like, how in the hell are they releasing this guy? What the hell are they thinking? They're a bunch of dumbasses. Hey, guys, all right? Anybody you see that's released is either not playing 99.99999% of the time. They're either not playing.
Right.
They've decided they're not playing. They're retiring. They're not playing.
Hanging it up.
Or something's happened medically that they can't play.
Right.
That's it. That's the list. There's nobody going, this guy sucks. Get his ass out of here. We've already built the roster. So you're trying to get it to camp. And February 9th is the last day that we can basically lock the roster on February 9th.
Right.
And then we'll take 64 into camp. Have to cut that 64 down to 50 to start the regular season. Mm-hmm. And then 44 will be active, but one of those is not a game day spot, but an active person. So you gotta make cuts, but it's a competitive roster. I'm excited about it. We'll be ready to roll here shortly. But just to let everybody know, when you see somebody released, it's not like, that guy, screw that guy. No, they're not playing. That's what it means. That means they're not playing, whether they're going back to the NFL. Some of them are getting a futures deal or whatever it is, or
they just physically can't perform.
Or they physically can't perform, or they decide to do something else. It's not like, yep, that guy stinks.
Well, you're going to get a gift, you and Coach McCarron, on the Super Bowl. There's a Budweiser ad.
Okay.
Now, I'm a Coors guy, but I'm going to give credit to Budweiser for the ad. Where the stallion, the horse, a stallion, teaches the little baby eagle how to fly.
Is that a stallion, though? Aren't those called Clydesdales?
Yeah, but it can be a damn stallion. You're dealing with a bunch of football players.
Okay.
If you tell them that this horse is a stallion, they're going to be like, okay, coach.
All right, I got you.
Sure, coach.
We'll call it a stallion.
They wouldn't know a stallion from a Mustang from a convertible, all right?
Their coach wouldn't either.
They got CTE by this point.
So does their coach.
So say, this is a stallion.
All right.
You are all like this little eagle, and we're going to teach you how to fly. And show them the commercial. And by the end, they're all going to be a little teary-eyed and emotional, but
I'm sure they won't.
they're going to be like, that's how you do it. You got to flap your wings.
Yeah, I'm sure they won't. But, yeah, we'll try it.
So
we'll try it. We'll see what happens.
It's a speech.
Hey, I'm going to make you the same thing I told. By the way, I'm going to make you the same deal that I made Coach JB is going to do.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
Neal?
Yeah.
Because I love you, and you're my guy.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm glad someone does.
I want you to come up with a name, okay?
Okay.
Of a play.
All right.
Just make it be short, though, because I'm going to be wordy in my formations and stuff.
Okay.
And then when we run a trick play, so I'm going to give Coach JB, he's going to get his name. His is probably, I'm scared of what his is going to be. His will probably get me canceled on live TV. Yeah. But I'm going to run it.
His will be profane.
Yeah. I'll just say, hey, look, guys, if you see this happening, if you see this formation, cut the mic. Cut the mics if you see this formation.
All right.
All right. So, what you come up with the name of a play.
Okay.
And then I'll call a play your name.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So, it could be, whatever. It could be, Coors Banquet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
Whatever. I don't know how the TV commercials are going to like that, the TV content, but hey,
we could call it history.
History. Whatever you come up with.
Right.
All right, we're gonna call it that. Or it could be Potato Log Podcast, or it could be MPW, or whatever you want to do. We'll call a play, so it'll go on national TV. It'll be empty right, tight, F orbit, 365 potato log.
All right.
Whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
All right, Neal. Tell me about some good friends. We need some life advice today. Or do we not?
We don't have anybody asking for life advice, which is perhaps a reflection on us over the last few weeks.
Or we're just giving it so good that they're living so well they don't need it today.
I just gave you some life advice. I gave you some coaching advice. It's presented by Cole Walters of State Farm Insurance. Cole, licensed in auto, home, life, health, business, and pet insurance for the whole states of Georgia and Alabama. Contact Cole at 706-525-7850. You can also find him online at colewaltersinsurance.com. And since its inception in 1873, back in 1873, when the first group of Birmingham Stallions dreamt of crushing the Louisville Kings, when they finished that plan, they sat down together and said, let's have a Coors. You know why? Because already in 1873, everybody knew that Coors was going to be brewed for the next 150 years with the same tradition of the original recipe. It's crafted with 100% Rocky Mountain water. So when you're drinking a banquet, you're drinking history. So have a Coors today. Not surprisingly, this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Sometimes it can feel like everyone else has it together in their love lives, Tyler. Whether married, dating, or single, the truth is most of us are still trying to figure it out, finding the right way. And no matter where you are in your romantic journey, therapy can help you find what you want. It can help you find your way, help you determine what you want, what feels heavy, and how you can take some pressure off yourself. We get it. February. It's full of flowers and candy and stuffed animals. And of course, lots of talk about relationships and dating. And no matter where you are, whether you're married or dating or single or just focusing on you, you're right on time. Therapy can help you find your way and see more clearly where you want to be. Therapy can help you identify what's weighing your relationships down and find ways to brighten them again.
You see the super chat.
BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and their 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means they typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy, though, with your match, you can switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recs. So sign up and get 10% off of BetterHelp. It's betterhelp.com/MPW. That's betterhelp.com/MPW. And we're brought to you by Bank First. It's the hometown bank with people who understand the needs of our community. That means local decisions, local support, local folks who care if your kid made the team. At Bank First, they're not just bankers. No, they're not that at all. They're neighbors. They're friends. So when you're buying a home, you're starting a business, or you just need someone to explain what APR actually means, they're right there down the street. So give Gant Boone a call, 662-310-0204 to learn more, or visit bankfirstfs.com. Bank First with locations in Oxford, Starkville, Hattiesburg, Tuscaloosa is member FDIC. Equal housing lender, bank NMLS 454063. And we're brought to you by Outdoor Underwriters.
How about that?
Everyone loves the outdoors. There's a little spring in the air today.
Spring is
cold spring.
It's going to be 70 tomorrow.
Is that right?
Yeah.
See, there you go. I heard the birds chirping this morning, and I thought they sound springish.
It was 5 last week, 70 this week. Welcome to the South.
Everybody loves it. You want to make sure your hunt club or your timberland, though, you want to make sure it's covered. Outdoor Underwriters provides the insurance you need at a price that makes sense. Like anybody can charge like $8 gazillion. This makes sense.
That's true.
Outdoor Underwriters provides liability protection for occurrences arising out of activities and operations of your hunt club. Its members, guests, invitees, agents, or employees. Take comfort in blind and tree stand liability, mobile equipment liability, hunting dog liability, and more. Remind me to tell you something I heard about a hunting dog.
Oh!
Crazy.
Wouldn't happen to be a yellow lab, would it?
I don't want to say. Crazy, though. I mean,
only imagine.
Outdoor Underwriters also provide standing timber insurance, timberland liability, prescribed burn coverage, guides, outfitters, consulting foresters, and much, much more. Learn more at 866-961-4101 or online at outdoorund.com.
Hey, shout out to Austin. Thank you for the super chat. It says, call the play cat hot or snake hot. We can't, actually. Those can't be options. That would conflict with previous terminology in the system.
Because you have hots.
And cat
and
snake.
Snakes.
Snake is a play, cat is a play, and hot is a play.
Yeah.
So I don't want them going, what?
Yeah, you can't confuse them. You have already blown their mind with the Clydesdale as a stallion. So
yeah. Don't want to confuse them. There's play calls for all of those already. It's have to be something original. We do have a play called Obama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a Trump or a Biden yet, but we do have Obama.
Okay.
So there
you
go.
have a Lincoln?
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Jefferson?
Nope.
Roosevelt?
No, the only president that's got a name is Obama. Yeah.
Oh.
So you can
the
nose to the rest of them, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Got Japan.
Oh.
Cat. Snake. Dog.
Yeah.
Buck.
Ukraine.
No, Ukraine.
No, Ukraine.
Mm-hmm. Cavalier.
Oh.
Snag.
Thunder.
We'll have thunder, yes.
Yeah.
Arrow. Bow.
Nugget.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Piston.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
That'd be a good one. Piston.
Foot. Toe. Ohio. All kinds of stuff.
Gotcha.
181 of them. Seattle. Tacoma.
Yeah.
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 181 of them.
Tacoma. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
181 pass combos.
Wow.
Yeah. Fun times.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
It's not as much as you think.
Probably not.
All right, Neal. I'm gonna get ready to get this out of the way. Okay. I'm gonna go for about 30 seconds here.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna take the tee out of my pocket. I'm gonna stick it in the ground and just sit back and watch you at the driving range.
Watch me do my thing.
Watch you do your thing.
Okay.
All right. So, Neal, I didn't know if you heard this. It is a big story locally, but also nationally. Trinidad Chambliss,
Heard about this.
his appeal was denied
Correct.
by the NCAA
That's correct.
yesterday.
Their appeals committee said no.
And he has a, I guess, is it called a trial? What's it called?
No, he has a hearing.
A hearing.
He is seeking a temporary or permanent. He's actually seeking both, hoping
Correct.
to get one.
No, hoping to get the permanent,
but
actually.
Would settle for the temporary injunctive order, which would basically
grant him eligibility.
It would basically rule that this NCAA ruling can't be enforced yet because of impending court proceedings.
Yeah. So here's where I'm
That's scheduled for February the 12th,
yeah.
which is a week from today.
I did listen to
in Pittsburgh, Mississippi.
Let's go, the Metropolis. I did listen. I probably got about, I don't know, halfway, 3/4 through y'all's podcast this morning while I was working.
Okay.
And at whatever point I agreed with you on what you were saying 100%. So it's not going to make good pod. So I'm going to let you tee it up.
Okay.
But here's what I'm kind of, just as me personally, okay, this is Tyler Siskey. I'm actually conflicted a little bit on this whole deal.
Okay.
And when it comes to the actual kid, right? Like I think a young man. I think he's a good player. I think he's a good person. I think he's great for the game. I think he deserves another year. I'd be happy to see him get another year. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Same thing with Joey Aguilar. Hey, guys, I have an appreciation for people who have worked their way up instead of being born on third base. I haven't, just me naturally as a human being, I have more appreciation for those. And so somebody that goes to the Division II level of high school and is developed and all that, and he gets 1 year shot, I'd like to see him get another shot. Same thing with Diego Pavia, as much as everybody likes to make that fun of that. He did the JUCO route, the New Mexico State. He worked his way up. And regardless of what you think about him, it was a phenomenal player.
Yes, 100%.
Joey Aguilar, same thing. Started low, worked his way up. I have an appreciation for that.
Yeah.
So personally, I do.
Okay.
With that being said, I also understand the NCAA side here. The NCAA, it had nothing to do with Trinidad Chambliss. It had to do with they're just going to blanket try to deny everything, because once they give the precedent, and this is where I agree with you this morning, the precedent that it sets, they would never recover from. Their
concern is very clearly that if you grant him a 6th year, that you will have more people requesting a 6th year, and that the precedent that gets set is that you establish that in his case, one of those years you had some medical issues, that you get that year back, and that they clearly are trying to prevent the precedent being set where it's like the Oprah Winfrey meme, where she says you get a car and you get a car, but she says NCAA says you get a 6th year and you get a 6th year and you get a 6th year. That's what they very clearly are trying to avoid with both Joey Aguilar and Trinidad Chambliss and virtually everyone else.
So I see both sides of it and I understand it. My point is, like, to me, the precedent has already been set for me, and it's not the precedent of the eligibility. The precedent that's been set is, hey, we're going to do what we want to do. Each university, we're going to do what we want to do. And these local judges, they're elected. And if you don't like it, I'm going to find a judge somewhere that's going to make a political move and pass off on this. And I don't care. That way you can't govern me. And what I get really, I'm going to try to express myself. You're great with words, so help me out here. Where I get torn in this whole deal is conflicted. And my whole deal is, all I hear all day long in what I do for a job is how messed up the system is and how this is and how that is. And we need to put, and you've heard it too, we need to put guardrails on this. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do this. So we say that in one breath, but over on this breath, if I can get this guy eligible, that's going to help me win right now. So now and the other action you're doing is you're not allowing the system to become regulated. Because in my opinion,
there's a lot of money on the line.
In my opinion, if
it's easier to
the eligibility, like the 5-year, whatever we call it, the 5 for 4, when that gets defeated as an organization, if you can't even have eligibility standards, you don't have an organization. And which is what we've been saying on the show for how many episodes now?
Not all 343, but a lot.
A lot. So
there's a reason I have big boxes of matches over here.
Yeah, I know. You had to get some sent to you. You ran
out.
out.
I did. Right? I had a shipment.
And the whole point of the drill is that like it at some point, and maybe this is it. Maybe this is the thing. But at this pace, I don't know. I'm sure there's something else crazy that will come up. You might even like, hey, can we get that Wrigley candle lit? Have you lit that thing yet?
Yeah, I can light it.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a souvenir or not. Does that smell like Wrigley? Is that what it's supposed to smell like? Hot dogs and
beers and urinal troughs. Yeah, a little bit.
But you don't have if you're at a place where you can't govern eligibility standards, you don't have an organization. And so
sort of like saying a country without borders isn't a country.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So for me, it's like,
what's up, YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah. There it went. We see you. You get what I'm saying here? It's like,
yes. But I have begun to change my views.
All right, hang on. Before you this is the last thing I'm going to say. That I'm going to start drinking. I'm going to make a crack open a Coors Banquet and let you go.
Oh, you should.
For me, I've said this for 500 episodes of the 342 we've done. I think there needs to be a break off and a start over, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, we're going to get this thing so screwed up, and maybe this is one thing that gets it there, that they're going to have no choice but to.
Mm-hmm.
So I am hopeful that does it. But at the same time, the NCAA doesn't need to go away. Like, we got to be careful in what we're doing here, that we don't damage it to a part that it can't be an organization. Because in my opinion, Tyler Siskey's opinion, when the break off occurs with the profit producing sports,
okay,
and that's their answer of collective bargaining, employees, and all that stuff, the NCAA needs to still hang around and govern track and field and golf and baseball and those things. They need to govern. There's going to be an area that they need to govern, and they don't need to destroy it so much that it can't govern the non-profit producing sports. There you go. Merry Christmas.
Ready for me?
Yeah, I'm not yet. Hang on. I'm going to move this down just in case.
All right.
But I don't think I'll need it. Go ahead. I don't even think I need my headphones.
So I was thinking about this after Monday. Had some people Monday go, "You're kidding, right?" And I said, "No, not really." And I've had 3 days to think about it. And I'm now have the thought with even more resolve. So hear me out.
I'm listening.
You like football?
I do.
Every football field has 100 yards, right? Then 2 10-yard end zones.
Yep.
Not 12 yards.
Do you know how wide it is?
It's 56 yards.
53 and a third.
53 and a third.
160 feet.
So every field's that way, correct?
That is correct, except in Canada.
But every American football field is that size,
That
right?
is correct.
That's what you play with. So when you go to a field, if the field's in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, East Lansing, Michigan, or Provo, Utah, you just assume that's the size of the field. Correct?
That is a good assumption.
If you start changing the size of the field, at some point do you go, whatever? Just whatever? Out of bounds we're going to add 6 yards.
I'll probably be unhappy, but yes.
7, 8, 10, 12. If you just keep changing it, at some point you'll be like, whatever. Just put some lines somewhere, we'll play. Say Trinidad Chambliss. He's worth $5 million to Ole Miss next year. If he went pro, he's not worth $5 million.
Agree. Couldn't be.
What about the 2027 season? What would Trinidad Chambliss be worth in 2027? Don't laugh at me.
Worth next year.
Hear me out. Maybe even more, right?
No, I'm talking about. You're talking about for college or
yeah.
College.
If he could play,
it would go up in college.
If he could play at Ole Miss in 2027, what would he be worth? More?
Yeah, it's gone up every year. So
Okay.
I would say
What would
more.
his value in the NFL be?
That's what that part wouldn't change. It's
Okay.
all on the CBA, right?
Okay. Well, then why are we not letting him? We've made this, and I know people think I'm angry when I do this. Let me let you in on something. Not Tyler, you know this, because not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. To be honest, I don't care. I don't care enough to be angry. Promise you. And not I don't care in a bad way. It's I genuinely just whatever. I don't know how to describe that. You know me pretty well.
Yeah, I would say it would be called a lack of emotional investment.
Complete. Yeah. So I like Trinidad.
Yeah.
Okay. I know him a little. I'm for him.
Yeah.
I cheer.
I think he's a great young man.
I cheer for young people.
Great representative.
I cheer for young people. I cheer for young people. I legitimately, when one of my girls tells me that one of their friends got a job or got engaged or whatever, I'm always super happy about it because I know those young people and I'm happy for them. Okay? So why are we arbitrarily taking away his ability to make another $5-6 million in 2027? What about 2028? Still good enough to be the quarterback. Probably damn good at that point, but probably still not an NFL quarterback. He's probably not going to become 6'4".
Do you want me to answer why, or you want to go?
I'm going to keep going for a minute.
Okay.
I covered Marshall Henderson at Ole Miss.
There's a good one.
Okay. Marshall Henderson had super value at Ole Miss. Had he been able to get paid in NIL dollars?
What's the other? Forgive me, because I know you're an NBA
Chris
guy.
Warren?
No, the one that was after Marshall Henderson that was really good. That I think went to
Stephon Moody?
Raptors. No, he was a G League and signed a half and half contract or something out of Ole Miss basketball player.
Devontae Shuler,
No.
Breon Tyree.
But right before Shuler. It was good.
Terrence Davis.
Okay.
Well, Terrence. Okay. Yeah.
But he went back. He had a half and half contract though, right?
But Marshall's a great example.
Yeah, Marshall's great.
Okay. Marshall's a great example. Marshall Henderson was a guard at Ole Miss. Played 2 years out of JUCO. Led one team to a SEC tournament title, Sweet 16. They didn't do as well as senior year. Super popular. Fans turned out in droves to a shitty arena to watch him play. They did. Tad Smith sucked, and people packed into Tad Smith to watch him play.
Can I go hot take?
Yeah, sure.
I'm a big college basketball fan, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite college basketball players to watch all time.
Sure.
He was entertaining.
But Marshall wasn't good enough to play in the NBA. He was never going to be good enough to play in the NBA.
He could shoot good enough, though.
He could, but he was small.
Could light it up.
NBA doesn't
need a lot of space.
NBA doesn't have a long list of 6'1" shooting guards. That doesn't. Yeah. There's not a big long list of those.
He sure could.
There's a reason. They can fill it up. No, you're making my point. What would he have been worth?
I'm you up, dog.
What would he have been worth
today? Oh shit!
But back then, on today's deal, if he had gotten to play another 3, 4, 5 years at Ole Miss, what would he have been worth? Well, we took that money away. Why are we making these rules? Why 6 years? Once you go past 4, 5, you get to 6. Why not 7? So the guy that goes to the minor leagues out of baseball, and he's what they call a 4A player, he just can't get really hard to play at the big league level. Really hard. Like when you go to a big league game and you go see the Tigers and the White Sox, I don't care how bad the big league team is. If you get to put on one of those uniforms
you're good.
And either go out on the field or carry one of the wood sticks to the little plate thingy, you're good. You're really good.
There's levels to this shit.
So not everybody can play at that level, but what if you can play at the double or triple A level? They don't make much money. That guy, what if he got to go play at LSU, at Alabama, at Tennessee, at UCLA? What would he be worth? Why are we taking those opportunities away? We're just, once you get past structure and you start into just arbitrary lines, I'm totally against it. I legitimately am. Why Jordan Ta'amu could still be a college quarterback. He obviously is. I love Jordan. Yeah. I've met him in person many, many times, covered him. I've been in the same gym with him and realized that we're not all built the same way. I watched him and Dawson Knox work out one time, and I just walked out of there feeling like a shell of a human being.
Yeah, people forget how good of athletes some of the guys you don't think are athletic.
And I just walked out going, hey, bet you sons of bitches don't want to have a writing contest, do you? No, but I mean, why?
Dawson may.
Why are we taking away? Why are we taking away Jordan? Jordan Ta'amu was going to make what at
I don't know.
Washington? Not millions.
No,
He'd make millions as a college quarterback.
agree.
And so when someone says, "Well, you're taking away opportunities from high school kids," my response is, "Nah, not really. They'll just have to start at a lower level of college and work their way up." I mean, this is what we're doing.
Here's the only, like, this is where I'm conflicted, right? So where I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Is
and I don't want to hear the academic thing, not from you, because people do the academic thing, and I'm like, stop.
I do. If there was a break off for the record, I would want the academic part to be a part of it. But
yeah, but we're not. We're not doing that. And look, we've established that when they built the University of Tennessee, when was it built? The goal was to win games. Okay.
Yeah.
When they did that, they said, "Let's win games here." So do what you got to do to win.
Where I'm in this debate, where I'm torn, is everything you just said I agree with, right?
Okay.
I'm 100%. I'm like, hey, look, because I know Jordan. You know, I've met him a few times. I don't know Marshall, but I've met him a few times. I've got to watch him, and I want what's best for him. I get all that. But I will say this about the art, because I try to see the whole picture. And I will say this about the argument of the opportunity thing.
Mm-hmm.
It does take away opportunities for the high school player.
Sure.
Okay. Not to say, I'm not talking about the level of opportunity, because like you just mentioned, you say, well, they'll just start at a lower level. Well, the high school opportunities.
This will take away opportunities.
Right. It will take away opportunities.
High school kids who would have gone to places like Middle Tennessee or Troy or whatnot will not get those opportunities. So, and hey, my response to that as well, I mean, nothing is perfect.
Well, here's the thing. So
when college is a bunch of 29-year-old guys playing football, or 27, 28-year-old guys playing baseball, of course, there's going to be ramifications for something. Sure.
So here is the big picture problem, though, with the opportunities. Okay. So if all of a sudden we have less opportunities, okay, you're not feeding the beast.
Sure.
And so if we're taking 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29-year-old players, they're going to, the one thing that's undefeated, regardless of what we do about this, is Mother Nature.
Tennessee is older than Coors, 1794.
Are you kidding me?
1794. When they founded Tennessee in 1794, I guarantee you they said, let's do what it takes to win championships.
They're older than Coors.
Older than Coors.
So, but you're not feeding the beast. And so there's eventually not going to be enough 26, 27-year-olds because you're not feeding the beast. Mm-hmm. So from a big picture, long-term standpoint, it's not sustainable from an actual body number standpoint.
What if you just built more community colleges and let the 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds go play community college and develop, and then they could fill in when the older guys got...
Fair point. The problem is that they can't fund it. That's why there's not many. There's a lot more community colleges that don't have sports because it's not feasible for a university to fund it. But I mean, you could, but you just can't fund it. And so that is the negative part of it, right?
Sure.
And so with every decision that's the thing I've always said, with every decision that's made, there's positive consequences for the people who benefit from it, and there's negative. But from an organizational standpoint, okay, is at some point in time, whether it's the NCAA, which it's not going to be, or another organization, okay, there has to be to have a sustainable organization at this level where we're at, in order to sustain it long term, which is what you would want to do in an organization, not for the next 2 years, but for the next 5 years.
Sure.
There is going to have to be year limits, whatever they decide that's going to be, whether it's 5 to play 5, 6 to play 6, 7 to play, whatever.
Right, sure.
But whatever it is, it not only has to be set, it has to be able to be enforced and regulated.
My argument is until you agree to those terms and everybody signs off on it, and I'm genuinely serious. I'm serious when I say this. I'm for eliminating all arbitrary bullshit. If you can't agree to some rules, throw the rules out and have no rules. And I think that's kind of where we are today. I'm tired of hearing about people bitching about tampering. I'm tired of Kelvin Sampson bitching yesterday about we don't have enough money. Okay. Then maybe you just won't win as much. Until you get everybody to agree on, hey, we got to have rules, we got to have structure, we got to have organization, like the pro leagues do, then this is just going to be about, hey, every man for himself. If I set talk about hunting dogs, if I take a bunch of lab puppies and I put a big bowl of food, okay, and I got 12 lab puppies, and I tell those lab puppies, hey, guys, wait till I tell you to go to the food. How you think that's going to go?
Not very good.
Those all 12 of them are going to race to that food. They're going to eat as much as they can. So that's what college athletics is right now. It's literally you're just setting a bunch of dogs free. Nobody's on a leash. Nobody's being trained. Nobody's feeding the dog a certain amount of food and putting it out because that's the healthy amount for the dog to eat at that point, right? No, this is just, it's chaos. So my deal is stop with this arbitrary stuff. And until you've agreed to rules, instead of making everybody start this going to court like Aguiar and Bediaco and now Trinidad and all the others, and I'm not saying they don't have good cases. I'm not saying they have good cases, bad cases. I don't care. I'm not an attorney. But they're all winning in court. I mean, I laughed last night at some of the media reaction to the Trinidad thing. Like, he's done. I'm like, no, he's not. He's going to get the injunction next week. He's going to play. And it's a matter of time before somebody gets a 7th year.
Oh, yeah. There's no stopping.
And so quit fighting it is my point.
Yeah. I mean, one part I agree, but at the end of the day, it's, there's a reason the Wild Wild West didn't work, right?
Sure.
It's like at some point in time, regardless.
Well, it eventually got regulated.
Yeah. At some point in time.
Yeah.
Whether that's this year, next year, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, whatever it is. I'm of the opinion, which I've stated, I think the NCAA stuff, because it's an amateur organization that's trying to fit a pro model inside an amateur organization.
Of course.
Never going to work.
No.
Whether that's the restructuring of the NCAA or a completely break off or whatever, at some point in time, there has to be agreed upon rules and regulations or it's just not sustainable. And we're getting, like we say this all, we've said it's not sustainable for a long time. We're reaching, I think you would agree with this to me too. We're reaching a territory when it comes to the financial part of this era that we're in, the teams are falling off. There's very few. Every year. See if you agree with this point. Every single year since we've started the NIL era, now even in the rev share era, we've reached a point to where every single year there's less and less because the market keeps getting so high that there's less and less teams every year that can financially compete. That number keeps going down by a few every year, right?
Although I'm of the opinion that, hey, let's just let it be unfettered capitalism. I'm against the caps. I'm against them. I have told you this a long time. They weren't agreed to. They're going to hold up in court. Someone's going to challenge them eventually, and they will win. Eventually, like, pick a food.
Pizza.
Okay, pizza. You call a pizza place and you say, I want to order pizza, and they say it's $15, and you say, okay. You might call a pizza place and they say it's $20. Okay. You might call a pizza place and they say it's $35. Well, now you have a decision to make. How much do I really want that pizza?
How good is it?
How good is that pizza? Right? How much do I really?
Good for $35.
How much do I really want? So I'm making my point though.
Mm-hmm.
You call that place and they say it's $50. All right, I got questions to ask. How hungry am I? How good is it? Because it damn well better be good. You call a pizza place, it's $100. At some point, you go, that's stupid. I'm not paying $100 for that pizza.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where we are right now. So far, the price is not too high. The stadiums are packed. The TV people are paying the money. The fans are watching. Now, maybe you get to a place, where the people go, that's stupid. I'm not doing it. My opinion, I don't think you can break it. I don't know why anyone would tell.
I do. I got a theory.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know why anyone would advise the student athletes today to collectively bargain to a deal. Today?
Well, they're getting everything they want. What are they,
right. That's my point. That's my point.
Why would they compromise?
So until there comes a point where they don't, I would be like, no, y'all just.
Well, that's why you have to break off and say this is what we're doing, and you can play or go play in the other league.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's why that's the whole point of me saying you. But my point
is, until you get to that place,
right?
I'm against this arbitrary stuff. I'm completely against it. I meant what I said the other day about the guy that played 10 games in the NBA. He wants to come back and play. Okay. I mean, I'm to the point. I'm so radical with this where I wouldn't object to, say, Ole Miss. I'm covering a basketball team that's probably not going anywhere.
Play hard, though.
Okay? Yeah, they play really hard.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably not the best example because I'm talking about something that people – let's pick a different team.
St. John's.
St. John's.
Do they be a football team?
No, let's make it basketball. Who's a bad basketball team this year that has a good player?
Oh, bad basketball.
Let's do it a year ago. Colin Murray Boyles was at South Carolina.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. South Carolina's going nowhere. I would, as long as he signed off on it personally, why couldn't you trade him to St. John's for money? St. John's gives you $3 million to go to your.
In the middle of the season?
Yeah, middle of the season. I'm for it. Be crazy. Fans would love it. Look at how much we all watch. I mean, I was watching NBA trade deadline stuff the last 2 days. If you could make a deal, now the player has to sign off on it. If the player goes, no, in this case, if he'd said, no, I'm at South Carolina for a reason. I don't want to leave. I'm here. Then
I would hate for it to see it. Personally, I'd hate to see it get there, but I mean, why not? I mean, like I said, that's where I'm with you a little bit. Is I'm to the why not part as well on some of it.
Well, that's totally where I am.
But here's the thing, though. All right, a couple things here. Back to my theory here. You said, maybe one day they get tired of it or what, but the TV and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, here's my theory on this.
Okay.
And I think this is where we were wrong, we were wrong. We just didn't think about it when we said 200 episodes ago, fan apathy and all that stuff and all that, right?
Yeah.
Losing the player and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think as a whole, I'm not talking about particular teams here. I'm talking about as a sport as a whole. Okay. Let's go back in time 10 years ago.
Okay.
All right.
2016.
All
God,
right.
what a year that
you
was.
You went
World Series.
You had a team, and on your team, you went 4-8. Okay.
Yep.
Well, this next recruiting cycle, when I got to replenish the talent, I had 25 opportunities to go get freshmen or junior college players to change my team from a 4-8 team to a 10-2 team.
Right.
Okay. And I had to develop those players because they were with me, and I had to build the roster that way.
Right.
Okay. Once not the transfer portal, because it was actually designed differently, but the actual immediate eligibility part of the portal. Now we're seeing teams that are adding 60, 70, 80 new players every single year.
Yep.
And so what this has done from the fan standpoint is pick a team who is really bad in football this year. Just pick one.
Arkansas.
2-10. So the Arkansas fan 10 years ago would not be as invested as they are today because every single season, regardless of what their previous year was, they get a sense of hope.
Sure.
And so that sense of hope is carrying them. Now, I do think, okay, and again, I've tried to tell you this, I'm a big picture guy, and you've heard me say this. I'm going to tie this all together for you, and this is my point I've been trying to make for 6 months. I just don't articulate it very well.
Okay.
I think that hope is awesome at the beginning of the year. I think some teams that hope fades as they get worse during the year.
Sure.
My point of going to a 24-team playoff is it would keep that hope extended.
I said that the other day on the podcast.
Right.
I agree completely.
So that's what I've been trying to.
No, I'm
everybody's
with you.
like, oh, we go to 12, 16.
No,
that's my point.
I'm with you.
Is you're trying to extend that hope.
Sure.
If I extend that hope,
sure, it's one of the reasons
I got more eyeballs on TV games. It increases TV money. It increases advertising revenue.
It's one of the things that keeps people in college basketball is that you can get hot and win a tournament and get in.
Right.
Or you can get hot and get one of the last spots in. No one. Who do we talk more about in March? The last couple weeks of the first couple weeks of March. We talking about the teams at the top, or we talking about the teams trying to get in at the end?
It's always they have all shows on it, right?
Right.
It's bubble watching and all that stuff.
Bubble watch, everything. The whole the thing at the bottom of every conference tournament.
First four in, first four out.
First four in, first four out, next four out.
Yeah. We've added to it.
We've added the next four out because it's popular as shit.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, let's expand this tournament to 78.
Yeah.
Hope, baby.
So
Ain't nothing like hope.
that's where we didn't calculate that
Sure.
200 episodes ago, right?
Yeah, we were wrong.
Because I do think fan apathy, I think they are upset that they can't follow teams and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, they've replaced that with the hope of
Sure.
being a better team next year.
Oh,
right?
sure. If I'm an Arkansas fan, here on February the 5th,
Yeah.
I got a new coach, new staff,
New roster.
70 new dudes.
Yeah.
I can talk myself into maybe, hey, what if,
Yeah. No, that,
you know?
and that's where it's at. But at the end of the day, it's before any of this is kind of, in my opinion, before any of this is regulated, there's going to have to be such a, and I think we're there. I'm interested to see what the CSC ends up doing with all this stuff. I probably know, not probably, I know more than the average person about what's going on in roster building and how people are circumventing the cap. You know, a guy got me all rage baiting me the other day, successfully, and was talking about, you know, I was asking my opinion on the Ole Miss tampering thing. And I said, with Clemson, and I said, you know, for me, I said, it's a nothing burger for me because of the amount of schools that are tampering, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And well, but it's unethical. And I said, and I kind of stopped it right there. Every school in America, so I kind of did this, I did a Neal analogy, okay?
Sure.
If you get on the interstate today, what's the speed limit?
70.
70. So if you go 71 miles an hour, are you breaking the law?
Technically, yes.
Nope. Are you breaking the law?
Yes.
It's not a technically, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, you are. If you go 75 miles an hour, are you breaking the law?
Yes.
If you go 80 miles an hour, are you breaking the law?
Yes.
If you go 95, are you breaking the law?
Yes.
So the way I see it, okay, before we start calling people unethical and things, there are speed limits. There are rules, okay? Regardless if it's the tampering rule, if it's the way people are circumventing the cap, whether it's whatever, if it's, I mean, if it's phone calls, if it's text messages, if it's visits, improper and bumping, if it's all of these rules, okay, there's a reason, and it's never publicized. Every school in America turns in secondary violations. Okay, did they break rules?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So everybody's got to, like, we're picking and choosing what
I agree with that.
Whether they're going 71 miles an hour or they're going 85 miles an hour, tampering is tampering.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, whether is there a right way to break a rule?
Oh, it's where Dabo was wrong when he said tampering 101, tampering 201, tampering 301. It's like, no, it's all tampering, dude. I get it. But, I agree with you.
And I say this too, and this is, but they fail to, like, hear me when I say this.
Yeah.
If I'm at Clemson, I'm pissed too.
Sure.
Like, I understand.
Absolutely.
I get it. I'd be freaking hot.
Absolutely.
And so we get into this
the head coach at a Power 4 pro. Absolutely. I'd be livid.
You get into this world though, and this is going, and this, I think it's personally social media driven, okay, and message board driven, is we get so hung up as fans on your agenda and what you're trying to push for your fan base and what makes your fan base successful that the blinders are on so big that you can't see the forest because the trees are in the way. And so what you believe in is what pushes your agenda. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like right now, if I polled 100 Ole Miss fans, or 100 Tennessee fans, and 100 UCLA basketball fans, and 100 Alabama basketball fans,
okay,
I would get 100% return on, do you think a player should come back and play a sixth year?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, we'll get 100%.
Yep.
All right, now let's flip the script. Let's say Ole Miss doesn't have a problem.
Okay.
Let's say all of a sudden Chris Jones decides he doesn't want to play. He's made enough money. He wants to come back and help his Mississippi State Bulldogs. And all of a sudden,
that'd be impactful.
He's trying to file a lawsuit to come back and play. I was just trying to think of the most impactful Mississippi State guy.
Sure.
All right. Chris Jones wants to come back and play at Mississippi State.
Okay.
If I polled 100 Ole Miss fans, 100 of them are going to say, this is dumb. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Because we're in this fan mode right now of all fan bases. I'm not calling a single fan base out.
It's become very provincial.
Is that and you're loud and you're pushing your narrative that benefits your team, not the rule itself. Does that make sense?
Sure. I mean, at the risk of really pissing people off, if Trinidad Chambliss was fighting for a 6th year so that he could play at
LSU, call it what it is.
I mean, there'd be a different.
I think there would be a different take by the Ole Miss fans.
I agree.
In my opinion,
I agree.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
No, it wouldn't be 100%.
You wouldn't get 100% of the people. Now you'd probably get some really kind of.
Sure, you'd get some people that are like,
hey, he's a good young man,
he was a great guy.
But
blah,
you
blah,
wouldn't
blah.
be 100%.
Sure, right, no question.
And so I guess my point is this: on all this stuff we're dealing with right now, with eligibility and all these rules and this and that, it's very fan base centric.
Yes,
on what your opinion is.
Yes, why
instead
they're all
of seeing the big picture and what's for the best of the whole thing.
That's why they're going local.
Right, and that's shocker. They're going to local deals, and that's why we're in the mess we're in.
They're circumventing,
because
the NCAA's argument, and on one hand it's pathetic, and on the other hand I get it. Their argument is, look, y'all, if we can't get everybody to agree to 5 years or whatever, this isn't going to work. If you guys are going to do this court thing, this is going to go to crazy land. And I'm like, yeah. And so what I'm saying is, so let it go to crazy land. Let it go all the way to crazy land. Let it go all the way to just insanity, and let's see what happens. Maybe, like I said, letter free. Someone told me that Pandora is not actually in the box. It's Pandora's actual box. I get it, but from an analogy standpoint, it's much better to let Pandora out of the box and let her go run.
Yeah, no doubt. Neal,
yes,
say
sir.
Something else though.
If you were advising Pandora when she got out of the box and you're like, hey, Pandora, before you just go sprinting down the road helter-skelter, make sure you're healthy. How would she do that?
I would say, listen, when you get out of the box, you're going to be busy, Neal. Pandora, you're going to be busy.
Oh, so busy.
You're going to have
so many opportunities.
You got all these people trying to put you back in your box.
Oh, yeah, she's going to have to be vigilant.
And if you happen to be toothpaste and you're all over the counter, you're out of the tube, people are going to be so busy, you're going to be too busy trying to get put back in the tube. So you know what? You don't have time for a doctor visit. But you know what? I am serious about my health. I'm that toothpaste out of the tube. I'm Pandora out of the box dancing around.
Yeah.
I want to be serious about my health.
Yeah, of course.
I don't have time for confusing lab reports.
Oh, no.
So listen up. Prime is a modern at-home lab testing kit that puts you in control. You can order your kit at getprime.com. That's GETPRYM.com. And you can collect your sample from at home in just a few minutes. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's no needles, there's no waiting room, there's no hassle. So whether you're rechecking your hormones, your energy levels, or your metabolism, or just your overall wellness, Prime makes it fast, easy, and actionable. And if you need some support, Prime's going to get you connected with the trusted doctors who can put you and guide you for your next steps, like peptides, protocols, and real strategies to help you feel your best. So go to getprime, GETPRYM.com. And when you get your kit, you're going to look and you're going to go to hit that checkout button. But don't forget to put MPW at checkout and get 20% off of your first order. So check them out at getprime.com. And you know what, Neal? When you let Pandora out of the box, and she's like, I am not going back in that box.
No.
And I was dancing around over here, and people were chasing me.
Yeah.
So I decided to get in my car.
Oof.
And I just tried to
you think
try
she
to
knows
get
how
out.
To drive?
It depends on what her name is. And those people are mad at me. And they're hitting my car with bats and sticks, and they're denting up my car.
Wow, that is serious.
I'm going to tell Pandora, once you go on down to the official paint and body shop of McCready and Siskey. And who is that, you may ask?
Thompson Body Shop.
Pandora. That's Thompson's Paint and Body Shop, right there in the heart of Saraland, Alabama. So it doesn't matter where you're located. Go check out our good friends in Saraland, Alabama, Thompson's Paint and Body Shop. Or you can just give them a call. And you can give them a call at area code 251-675-0884. And
what's that number again? 251?
It's 251. That is 675-0884. And when you call, you're not calling some corporate chain. You're going to get Don Jr. and Matthew Thompson. And they've been fixing up cars with care and quality and personal touch that you just won't find from those big shops. While the corporate people are chasing you down and they're chasing members, the Thompsons are focused on what really matters, taking care of neighbors one repair at a time. So if your car, Pandora, needs a little love and care after this portal season, skip the corporate chains and the corporate chaos and come to the folks who treat you like family. And who is that, you may ask?
Oh, it's Thompson's Paint
It's
and Body.
Thompson's Paint and Body Shop. Check them out at thompsonsbodyshop.com. You can check them out on Facebook or give them a call at 251-675-0884. How about that? My live reads are on point today.
They are. Very good. I've been supplementing them in the stream.
You
noticed the stream?
I did. I just saw it on the kind of side because I had my things popped up, so I saw it right there on the side. How about that?
And
don't forget about Stallions.
By the way, a stallion, is just an uncastrated male horse. It can be any breed or type of horse. So you absolutely, in case some of the guys were confused, like, hey, coach, that's not a stallion. That's a Clydesdale. You could say, does it look like it's been castrated? And when the player goes, I guess not, say then he's a stallion.
So I can go home and tell my wife that I'm a stallion. Oh, no, actually, not anymore. I'm
I mean, you could tell her that.
I can tell her that.
You can tell her a lot of things.
I don't know if she believe me.
I mean, yeah.
But the Stallions meet and
I
greet.
could say that to Laura, and she'd say, when did you start drinking?
What time?
What time?
1 to 4, Protective Stadium Saturday.
She would say, like Coors, Neal. That's history.
1 to 4, Protective Stadium Saturday. And make sure in the chat, you can go 11 to 1 tomorrow, the lunch with a fan and meet and greet. Make sure you show up, show out, and let's have a good weekend.
Absolutely. Hey, and listen, the best way to ensure that you have a great weekend, there's a lot of ways. Get a good night's sleep, eat healthy, get some exercise, and drink a Reign, for God's sake. Reign Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits, achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Reign Body Fuel to learn more. Our plan is to be back here on Monday at 2. We don't know about the second show next week, but we'll be with you on Monday at 2. We'll recap Super Bowl LX and talk about whatever else fits our fancy. For Tyler, I'm Neal. Take care.